Hi guys, Ange here. Thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my get ready with me, my review and my thoughts on these Pat McGrath Labs complexion products that I bought in the recent Sephora sale. So if you would like to see how I applied these, what they look like on my skin and my final thoughts of these three products, just keep watching. Welcome to my channel, Angela Stuart Beauty, where I share all things beauty and lifestyle to help you feel your best as a mature woman. If that sounds like you, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red subscribe button down below and click on that notification bell if you would like to be notified for any upcoming videos. I upload twice a week, midweek and on the weekends, and I would love to see you back. In New Zealand, we were lucky enough to have a Sephora sale as well. Usually it's just US that gets the 20% spring and fall sales, but we got 20% off as well. So I purchased some products that I had been coveting for a little while but hadn't yet purchased, and some of those products were the Pat McGrath complexion products that have come out. Now the foundation's been out for a little while, and the concealer and the powder probably more of a newer release. So I have picked those up. I am looking forward to sharing what these products are like, my experiences, and whether I would repurchase them or even if I think they were worth my money. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Now the shades I got these in, and I'm wearing them on my face at the moment, is in the foundation I got the shade LM Light Medium 10, and I got the concealer in the Light Medium 10 as well. I'm not one for liking a different color under eye to my foundation. I don't need to draw any more attention to my under eyes as a mature woman, so I really do like to get more of a blending in shade of my concealer. In the video I take you through my application, what I have found works best for me. Everyone has a different way of applying this foundation, but how I applied it in this video is what has been working for me. I've been trying to wear this for the last couple of weeks, trying different ways of wearing it and seeing what worked best for me, and I share that with you. I also in this video did revisit my Divine Rose Mothership in Volume 7 palette, as that has been relaunched recently, and it's my favourite Pat McGrath palette, so I have used that as well. So we have the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. This retails for $68 US. It is beautifully packaged in opaque glass and has a beautiful lid and a pump as well. This comes in 35 mils, which is a little bit more than your average 30 ml foundation bottle. The concealer is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. It retails for $32 US and just comes with your standard concealer doe foot applicator. And the shade that I have is LM10. The Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Under Eye Blurring Powder comes in this small compact case here and retails for $30 US. You can purchase these products from the Pat McGrath website, Sephora.com. In New Zealand you can purchase from Sephora New Zealand, and Pat McGrath also ships worldwide, so if you're a Pat McGrath fan, it does pay to keep an eye out for her sales on her website, because sometimes she has some really good specials on her website, and even from the point of view of me being in New Zealand, it is well worth my while to sometimes purchase directly from her site. I have found personally that the shipping from Pat McGrath Labs is very quick and has always arrived very well packaged in a timely fashion, and sometimes with the free global shipping it's more worth my while purchasing from the Pat McGrath website. Now also guys, before we get into the video of the demo of me trying all these products on, I just want to touch on my jewellery, because sometimes I do get comments on the jewellery that I'm wearing. Now these the necklace and the earrings that I'm wearing today are from Swarovski. I was very lucky enough from leaving my last job. I got a beautiful gift voucher for a department store, and I have gone in and bought several beautiful pieces from Swarovski with the gift card that I got. And I purchased, I'll try and turn this down so it's not so, there we go. So this beautiful necklace is so dainty and has the eye here, and then on the earrings I have this little key that goes with the collection and these wee sleepers. Now I can take the key off so that I just have the sleeper little earrings like that. I just thought I would share that with you because you can get the Swarovski jewellery worldwide. The colour of the jewellery or the chain is in rose gold and I absolutely love it. I'm starting to get more into my little dainty jewellery, so I just thought I'd share that with you because I always get comments on sometimes on some of the jewellery that I'm wearing. Okay guys, so let's get into the video, trying my Pat McGrath complexion products and letting you know what I think. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my Tatcha lip balm. This is the Camellia Gold Spun lip balm. It is freezing here today. I've had the heater up full knacker trying to warm up this room because it's single digit temperatures in Celsius. Okay, so I've done my skincare and moisturized my skin, so I'm going to go in with my Fenty Pro Filter primer and pop that all over my face. I have my Tatcha Silk Canvas. I thought I'll try the fluid one this time. I really do like the putty one, so I will see what the fluid one's like. The putty one did last for a very, very long time, so I'm wondering if the fluid one will be very similar to this Fenty one, and if it is, the Fenty one's cheaper for me to buy, but we'll see. Okay, so it's primer. Now the foundation, Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Foundation. I have used this several times and I've tried it with a brush, I've tried it with a sponge, but I think the best way for me to use it is a combination of applying it with my fingers and then going in with a sponge. And the colour I have is LM10, yeah, LM10, and that's light medium 10. So what I do is I apply it with my fingers first. This is why I don't like drying my hair before I do my makeup, because it ends up all in my makeup, or my makeup all in the hair. And I like to apply it all over my face with my hands. I find it really streaky with a brush, that's just my opinion. And then I go in with a sponge and just smooth it out. So that's a thin layer of it all over my skin, and I actually really like it. I actually read that it was a really sheer coverage, but I'm not finding that. Sheer to medium maybe. So that is with one coat, and then what I do tend to do is go in with a little bit more just on my pigmented cheek area. And then just concentrate that around where I have all my discoloration and where I'm more conscious. A bit around my chin. And then just go in with the sponge. So you can still see my pigmentation through it, but I think the finish of it's really lovely. And I do really like the colour actually. It's looking a bit light on camera, but my neck's the same colour, and by the time I bronze and do all them things, I don't seem to see it being a different colour. Might just, so if I turn my makeup light off, and if I should keep it like that, so you can, I might do that. So I've got my makeup light off so you can see everything a bit better. Because it's such a dull and dreary grey, near snowy like day, the light outside pretty awful. And that's the finish of the foundation, and I really do like the finish of this. Doesn't feel like anything on your skin. It's still a bit tacky, but I always go in with powders on my face. Now what I will do, and what I haven't done before, is I've got the concealer, and the concealer is in the same shade as my foundation. So I might actually put that on some of my pigmentation and see. So look, I've got a really big area here of pigmentation. And so I'll just put a little bit there and see how it goes. So a little bit there. And I've got a couple or more spots there, so let's try that. And do I use my finger? No, I'll use my sponge. And hopefully, because it's the same colour as the foundation, I don't tend to use concealer on my spots because I find it doesn't really cover them, but just makes my makeup and my face look makeup-y. I have seen somebody try quite a darker colour underneath their foundation, and I don't know how it works, but then their skin looks absolutely phenomenal when they're finished, so I might have a wee play with that. So now with this, it's very full coverage, and I'm not sure how I feel about it quite yet. So I put one wee dot there, one wee dot there, one wee dot there. I don't like it looking cakey under my eyes, especially being of a mature age. And I've been using this Zoeva concealer buffing brush for it. And then just blending that in. And as I said, I don't know how I feel about this. because I feel you can notice it under my eye. See, I just think it, my personal opinion, I don't feel I'm using a lot with those 3 little dots, and I can just feel like it looks like one of the heaviest ones that I have. So then I'm going to go in with my sponge. Now I have moisturised under my eyes, but I just want to, this is without powder, and I do feel that it does accentuate my under eyes. So I'll try and, okay, so now I'm going to go in with the under eye blurring powder, and I'm going to take a eyeshadow brush because I don't want much powder under my eye. Now I'm going to show you this, don't know if you can tell, but you can see that it's like it's flaking away, but when I take the powder you have to be very careful, because if you take too much, a lot of powder, I'll try that, see, like that amount of powder came out from me just doing that. It's a lot of powder, so not sure how I feel because it's not a cheap powder. And then just really lightly sweeping that under my eye. I have been using this all week, so I'll let you know at the end what I think. Okay, so that's the foundation, concealer, the under eye blurring powder. Now I'm going to set my face with the Chanel Poudre Universal Libre, the setting powder in the older formulation. I was able to track some down here in New Zealand and thought I'd try it before they changed the formula here in New Zealand, and I think I might have got the last one because I haven't been able to track this colour down anywhere else. So I got it during lockdown. So I'm just using the powder puff that comes in the powder, and I prefer doing this with my powder, rolling it in to my face to set it, because I do have an oily skin. So I do that, and then I end up with powder all down the front. And then I go in with a big fluffy powder brush, and this is a Morphe E41 brush, and I just swipe away. And my grey hair's showing through. I haven't been to the hairdresser since lockdown sort of lifted, because every man and his dog's been making hairdressing appointments. I thought I'd just bide my time. Brows, I'm just going to quickly go in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I've got really difficult brows, so I really squish it through in my brows because they point down. I think you can see them clear as day there. They do not want to go up, and even this doesn't hold them up, so we try our best and just let that dry off just a tad. And I'm going to go in with my contour powder while we just wait that just not be so wet, and I'm using the Kevin Aquan sculpting powder in medium, and I just like to do a little bit up by my ear, just in that little hollow. Okay, going back to my brows, and I'm using the Anastasia Powder Duo in medium and my 7B brush, and I'll just quickly do my brows and I'll be back. In with my Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer and a Morphe bronzer brush, which is the R2. Just to give myself some colour back on my face, because it is a little on the light side. But I like the colour because it's winter and I'm just going to keep getting more pale. It's a little bit better. I'm going to go in with my Cover FX Blush Duo in Pink Dahlia. My Sonia G cheek brush. And I love this blush. Just gives a pinched cheek sort of look. And I always put just a little bit more blush on my face than I probably need to at the beginning, because blush really fades off me really quickly having oily skin. Another one of my favourite products, Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer 001. This is the highlighter that I constantly pick up. I just love the colour. I'll do my highlighter before I finish doing my snoz, so hold on. I'm really out of whack today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Don't know whether it's the weather. I'm going to go back in with the bronzer and just put some shading down my nose. Going in with my Lexar setting powder. This is in the shade number 2, so it's actually got a tint to it, and I'm just going to cut under. And I like using this because it's my summer translucent powder colour, but I like it here because then I don't look quite so white when I brush it away. It's not as harsh. I'm going to go in with my Divine Rose palette. To save on brushes, I'm going to go in with the brush that I used to put the powder under my eyes, and I'm going to go in with the transition shade here into my crease. Now see how even though I used brow gel, my brows are heading downwards. So I have very non-compliant brows, and I'm just blending that into my socket line, or my upper crease area. And before my powder sits too long, I'm going to sweep that away. So just blending that in, window shield wiper in little circular motions on the eye. I love this palette. Now before my bake gets too heavy, I'll just swipe that away. I'm going to go in with this shade here in my outer corner, and then I'm going to add a bit of this shade in there. So I'm going to just play. I'm going to take a Sigma E25 blending brush, darker one first. Just tapping it in the outer corner. Because I want to use that bright yellow on the lid. I haven't used it before. I'm just taking my time to blend that in. And the more I look at my lashes, I really quite like them. I wasn't too sure about them this morning because I got the D curl, so they're quite curly. I thought I'd done the wrong thing, but they're actually looking quite good. So these two colours here, I think you could just use them on their own, just the two shades, and have a really nice daytime work look and be done. Good nice. So I'm going to take that into the actual crease in my socket. Right in. We'll try this. A Morphe M547 brush, going in with the brown. And I am just going to tap that on the outer corner to build up the depth there. I'm going straight up. I might even do under the eye to give me the shape and line I need going up. There we go. Glad I did that because I had it on the wrong angle. It's better. And then just blending that. Look at these brows. Won't do what they're told. I love the warmth in that brown. Beautiful. Going back with just my brush with no extra product of the second colour we used, just blending that all together, just on those seams there. So I'm using a Morphe M167 brush. I'm going to go in with this colour here. I'm going to use my finger and just tap a bit more on. Oh my gosh, look at that. I love playing with makeup. Okay, then just using my E25. Stunning. Going back in with the very first brush and our first colour. And I'm just going to soften away up here. I really dislike sharp, unblended lines. Draws attention to my hooded eyes, I think, so blending, and sometimes even in the videos it doesn't look like I have blended enough. My NARS Via Veneto long wear eyeliner, and I'm just going to do my waterline. I'll take my Dose of Colours little brush. I love these little brushes that came in the palette, and I'm going to go in with the dark brown just a little bit and take that under the eye. And then I'm going to go in with the transition-y shade. Might take the other end of the brush for that. No, I'm just going to go in with the shimmer shade for my inner corner. And if I could get my blooming brows to stay up, I could even put a little bit here. In the inner corner. Don't know whether I should be doing this as a mature woman. Not sure whether it just draws attention to your eye when you don't want to. I'm going to go in with some mascara on my top lashes. These lashes that I put on last night are quite fine. It was my first time using them. Just have to be very gentle taking all my eye makeup off later on tonight. Last but not least, my under eye mascara. I have a Wet n Wild gel lip liner in Bear to Comment. And gloss I'm using, I will leave a link down below because I can't read the jolly thing, it's too small. Yeah. It's pigmented enough to be able to use on its own. I used as much Pat McGrath products as I could, or what I had. I don't have everything. But let's take a look under the eyes with the concealer. Now, I'm not really a fan of that, especially in here. I have got other concealers that you don't see it looking dry and crepey like that so soon after applying makeup, and I do have to say that that looked like that as soon as I applied it, and looked like that even before I powdered. So my thoughts on everything. The foundation. I really enjoy this foundation. When I read the reviews, I hadn't bought it prior to the Sephora sale, which was recently, and I got 20% off. I would definitely repurchase this foundation again. I love how it feels on my skin. It doesn't set down immediately, so it was still tacky on my skin until I set it. But it's so light. I don't feel like I'm wearing any makeup at all. It's light, and even though the reviews said that it was a very sheer coverage, I feel it's more of a medium coverage for me, and for mature skin, I really think this is a brilliant foundation. I love how it feels. I think it is super smooth on my skin. Is super perfecting on my skin. I haven't used any pore minimizing products on my nose and my T-zone. The only area that I am unhappy about is my under eyes, and that is the concealer. The concealer and the under eye blurring powder. I feel I have better concealers than this for mature eyes. I was really excited for this because it's had so many rave reviews about having to only use a little bit, and it's not creasing and not causing aged eyes over time. My concern is that I feel that my eyes look aged the minute I apply this. I am pleased I got it in a colour the same match as the foundation, because I can at least use it on my face, so it's not going to go to waste. I have used it with my Hourglass ambient lighting powder in diffused light, and I actually think it looks a little bit better. I'm not sold on the powder. I definitely won't be repurchasing this. I am pleased I got it medium, because I could use it all over my face if I wanted to. I think I'm going to go through it in such a quick amount of time. I love so many other powders 1000% more than this, that I won't be repurchasing this. fiddled with my lights. It's just gone absolutely pitch black outside with the weather, so I've just turned my ring light up just a little bit. So apologies that the lighting's all over the show here. I definitely will repurchase the foundation. I really, really like it. Now, I am still playing with how to get it lasting a whole work day. I can wear it and it looks okay at the end of my work day, but I definitely do need to touch up, and I'm not adverse to that. If all I have to do is quickly do a quick powder at, say, lunchtime, I'm happy with that, if that's all I have to do. So I'm playing around with different powders and things like that, but I love, 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 love the finish of this and how light it is and how much coverage I actually get for how light it is. So I would definitely say it's more of a medium coverage rather than sheer to light, and possibly could build it up. I'm not prepared to because I don't want to look cakey, and love it. Absolutely love it. You all know that I absolutely love my Divine Rose eyeshadow palette, and it is just everything, and I love these colours together. Please let me know down in the comments below if you like this colour combination. I am not really a person who thinks outside the square when it comes to makeup, and having colours like this together in an eyeshadow palette just help me to experiment a little bit more. Like the lip gloss, but I won't purchase a trio again. It's a little bit of false economy for me when two of them out of the three are not really shades I want to use. So I would definitely buy a lip gloss again, but just in a neutral shade and a single one. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I would love to see you back. I upload 2 videos a week, midweek and on the weekend. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so you are notified for any other upcoming videos. I hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later, guys. Bye.